We are a rank and file caucus, similar to CORE in Chicago, or more in New York, and in many places we have a rank and file caucus that fight against the bosses, against the oppression of the government, but also we fight inside the union for democracy and for the commitment of the union.
Now I know December 18th was a big day. We had just, Judy and I had arrived on a plane, and that there was a takeover of the Capitol building. And on that day, that began like 5 or 6 days of protests at the Capitol building. And I know there was the discussion around the Law 160, and there was attempts to stop that. Maybe you know, one of you could explain a little bit about
the takeover.
What this was all about. You know, people are
the takeover of the members of our organization in the Capitol.
The teachers were taken over, and then that's become a big issue on the island.
Yes.
Maybe you could explain Law 160 first, because people may not know what Law 160 is, and the significance of the pension plan for the teachers and its relationship to retirement, where Social Security is involved with some workers. I think people may not know the teachers know that. Maybe you can talk about
Law 160 is a law that pretends to take away the rights that we have earned throughout the years with our struggle. One of the things that it pretends to take away is, well, first of all, money. In my case, in my personal case, they're going to take away like $700 from my pension, and medical plan is going to be affected also because of this law that was approved recently in December. And teachers are against the law. All of the teachers are against it because of the way that it was implanted. We had a good plan before, a plan that we fought. Organizations fought that plan, and teachers are united to fight against this law.
what would be the average pension payment under the former plan every month for a teacher who retires? How much money?
The average?
Yeah, the average amount of money a teacher would get with the previous plan.
1,000
The salaries in Puerto Rico for teachers are very low. The average is 2,600. That is the average a month.
But the
average for teachers
1,300. 1,300 is like that? 1,300?
1,300, yeah.
1,300. Maybe 1,400.
Under the former plan.
Under the former plan.
So you would get even less than that with Law 160?
The government say that we have got to have a minimum pension of 1,600. 1,600 is like 1,625. But in the discussion of the implications of the law, we discovered that the government doesn't guarantee any pension for the teachers because they have robbed the fund of the pension. So anybody have a pension that is guaranteed from the state, you know? And the thing is that in the reality we're gonna have less than the minimum pensions in many of the cases. Some pensions of $900, $1,800.
But Judy asked about the average of the pensions. But what happened is that we have a lot of people that retired many years ago, and they have a very low pensions. And then we have the people that is actually working as teachers. They have bigger pensions because they have bigger salaries. For most of the people that are actually working as teachers, with the former law, I think that the pension is around 2,300 per month. But for that group of teachers, with the new law, most of them will have pensions around 1,600, but for a limited period of time. In the former law, you have a pension that is for the rest of your life. But with this law, you have a pension for 10, 12 years, not more. That means that when you have around 70
When you are around
70 years, you will lose every income because you will not have nothing. They don't guarantee you a pension.
There's no lifetime
No.
guarantee.
No.
Is it
It's for a
is it to change it from a defined benefit plan to a defined contribution plan?
Exactly.
Like a 401k?
That's the heart of the
Yeah.
of the law.
But it's worse that 401k because at the end of the period, the government don't give you your money. They stay with your money and then pay a monthly payment.
So you don't even control the 401k?
No.
It's
And
a
then-
401k that is not even under your control?
Exactly.
That's what Law 160 says?
Yes.
And we're gonna have to pay more each month. We're gonna have to pay more, a lot more. But when we're in that age that we're supposed to receive that money back, we're not gonna get everything that we have paid. That's the other thing that
And,
have teachers mad here.
and most of our teachers are women. And a lot of them,
Most of them are women.
women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And most of them
80%.
don't have husband. They are
They're single.
Yeah, they're
And they are
single
singles.
mothers. Mhm.
And then for our teachers, it's very difficult because when they become older, they will not have nothing to live. And for us, it's very unjust. This is an injustice
Mhm.
because you work a lot for the country, for the young people, and then at the end, they give you nothing. You will not have nothing to live.
So to
That is
summarize,
injustice.
just to understand, so the previous pension plan provided an income of about 2,300, say average for the person retiring now. With this new plan, you have to increase your contribution to the plan. It's privatized into a 401k, but worse than that, it's controlled by the government and has an end date certain. It sounds
Yes.
like when you stop getting your money,
Mhm.
and you're losing about $700 a month from your pension. In
Yes,
addition, Social Security is not a
We don't
benefit
have it.
for teachers and
No, in Puerto Rico, we don't have social
so
security.
the only way, the only income you have when you retire is this pension.
Exactly.
Yes.
So once it expires, that amount that you've contributed or whatever you've made, then basically the government is telling you to drop dead
Mhm.
Basically.
or go to the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened is that in our retirement system, we put our money, and many of the teachers that are not with us now, they pass, give money to the system, and we have a lot of money to pay the pensions. What happened is that in Law 160, the government take our money. They rob it.
They take away.
They take away our money. They steal
Take away.
our money. The money that guarantee our pension, they steal our money, and then the government use that money to make more loans with the owners of the public debt of Puerto Rico.
The
That is-
bondholders.
Exactly. It's
Creditors.
it's a class struggle because the rich people is taking the money of the workers to become richer.
Mhm.
and we became very poor at the end of our life.